Welcome back to Peril Pending, where today we're looking at Farage again and his connection to the anti-abortion movement. Yes, as I walk through the valley of the shadow of the internet, I came across an article from the paper written by Alexa Phillips, titled "Farage Paid £83,000 from Events Linked to US Anti-Abortion Supporters." Let's take a look. It starts by saying Nigel Farage has accepted more than £83,000 in earnings, accommodation and flights from groups or events that support the US anti-abortion movement, the paper can reveal. Who's surprised there? More money from horrible people? Yep, Nigel Farage has definitely got his hands in that pie. Reform UK say it has no plans to change abortion laws in the UK, but the payments have raised concerns about American anti-abortion groups' access to a party with rising influence over British politics. Yes, and we all know how trustworthy Nigel Farage is. We can definitely believe him and Reform when they say they have no plans to change abortion laws. I feel like as we get to the end of this article, you'll be as suspicious as I am. All of the payments were declared by Farage in Parliament's Register of Members' Financial Interests, a public record MPs are legally required to keep up to date. It is designed to give voters transparency about paid works, donations, hospitality, property interests and travel funded by third parties that sit alongside MPs' parliamentary roles. How much do you think Nigel Farage is regretting being an MP right now? Or do you think he's very happy that he's finally MP? Because now he can say he has influence in British politics and he can get more payments from people like Christopher Harborne and the anti-abortion movement in America. Who's to say? I know which side I fall on. The group that Farage has accepted payments from are predominantly US conservative or Christian organisations that support efforts to restrict or ban abortion access. Farage earned more than £25,000 in 2024 for speaking engagements with the AZ Liberty Network, a coalition that includes anti-abortion groups based in the US state of Arizona, where abortion is legal, according to the Register of MPs' Financial Interests. This included $13,000 for a speech last August at the Keep Arizona Free Summit, in which he reportedly told American lobby groups they were, quote-unquote, saving Western civilization. Among those present were a member of Red State Reform, which has called abortion, quotes, the highest crime being committed today. I mean, I feel like the current President of the United States has committed a worse crime, but what do I know? I'm not someone who wants to give Nigel Farage any money. The Reform leader was paid £44,300 for a speech in March to the Club of Growth, whose political action committee has financially supported US anti-abortion candidates running for office. He accepted $4,360 in flights and hotels from the New York Young Republicans Club, which has supported legislation to restrict abortions in New York, where the procedure is legal. Does anybody see a theme yet? It's legal in all these places. Farage apparently has no plans to change it, but he keeps taking money from groups that want it banned. Is this going to be another case of these are just unconditional gifts? Who can say? Farage accepted accommodation worth £280 from the Conservative Political Action Conference, an annual gathering of US conservatives where he delivered a speech in February of 2025. And on its website, the organisation says it considers each abortion a human tragedy, and it has invited several pro-life speakers in recent years. Eduardo Vestaggio, I'm so sorry about that, a Mexican actor and president of CPAC Mexico, said in his speech last year, quotes, They tell us abortion is a right, when in truth, it is the greatest genocide of our time. End quotes. He also said he would not rest until we eradicate human trafficking, child trafficking, and abortion. Heidi Stewart, Chief Executive of the abortion charity, the British Pregnancy Advisory Service, which provides terminations for the NHS, said it was concerning to see American anti-abortion organisations appearing to seek links to British politicians because of the rollback of reproductive rights in the US. That'll be the rollback of Roe v. Wade, I believe it was. And yes, it is a little concerning, especially considering the politician that's getting the money, Nigel Farage, a man known for lying. The I-Paper revealed that Makerfield candidate Kenyon once said, "Women get abortions for vanity purposes and use them as a secondary form of contraception," describing the medical process as the legalised killing of babies. Oh, well, that's one Reform member who clearly doesn't stand with Nigel on abortion. Are there any others, perhaps? Well, Reform UK MP Suella Braverman, we all remember her, the former Conservative Home Secretary, who defected to Reform at the start of this year, has said the party would reverse legislation that decriminalised abortion, meaning women could face prosecution for ending their pregnancies in certain situations. Okay, so that's two, and they're not quiet people, Nigel. Is there anybody else? Surely not. Well, there's only the Reform Deputy Leader Richard Tice, who has described decriminalisation as abortion carnage, while Reform's London mayoral candidate, Leila Cunningham, has accused the UK government of treating the ending of life as a policy solution. It seems like a lot of the higher-ups in Reform are not fans of abortion. This doesn't bode well considering the funding they're getting from anti-abortion groups. Farage also appears to have appointed anti-abortion academic and chair of the Edmund Burke Foundation, James Orr, to be Reform's policy lead in February. The foundation organises the Anti-Abortion National Conversion Conference, where Farage has also been a speaker twice. So, do we believe him when he says he doesn't plan on changing anything? Or do we believe him when his actions hire people who are against abortion and then he goes and speaks at said person's conference? A Reform UK spokesperson said, "We don't have plans to change the abortion laws in the UK." However, Nigel Farage and the other groups he accepted contributions from were approached for comment. And, well, they got this. Nigel Farage is a coward. Nigel Farage is only interested in Nigel Farage. And Nigel Farage is taking a lot of money from people and organisations that are anti-abortion. Considering what's happened in America, and considering what you just heard there from a lot of his MPs and their views on abortion, I will leave it to you to make your mind up on this.